skeem saam shoot. You go to Teflo for our exterior scene. You know what I mean?
Okay,
but most of it is in the studio la. Manje bathu la sido powerful. It's the SABC Studios, yes. It's the SABC Studios. I mean, I'm an interior shooter in the studio. Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Pekwe and Pizza in Naledi.
Yeah, sure, Wafetu. Welcome to another interesting episode here, podcast Yomkonti. Today it's a special episode. It's the prof, the legend, the legendary, Mzazi, the legend. You say at the time.
Sure, fair.
Ukraine.
I'm always delicious. I mean, we thought this is delicious. Sure.
As long as cuts out good time. To squeeze it. None of us is late. Excatis running house was the but we have a code which was big as the Sabo.
Yeah, no, now I'm going persistence here because I know I'm a hard guy. I want to shang and Duma because yo, mfana yazi isikhathi sisukuthini. Isikhathi translate to life. Yabona like khona no lesikhathi guys so sihlezi so, ne? I'm dedicating my time to you. Which means if we're going to spend an hour here, an hour of my life is gone and I'm going to talk. So time to me is very, very, very crucial. I was not being cruel to you. It's just my nature. Yeah.
I don't see about my singer young is very singing in woo in that. It's his name.
Yeah.
Still all the time.
Mami.
But tell us about yourself.
Okay, to see the my igama lam sharp. Umzukiseni. Leswana bathi mururiseni. Umzukiseni uyehova. Umzukiseni Archie Mzazi. Ufaka uthahla undayeni. Unhlali. I'm a direct descendant of the grandchildren Baga King Mpondo. Some people know the story that was told in the book that was written on Mpondo. They said they were twins. But we're not there. I don't even like, I'm not a person who puts that forward. Though I think it affects me on my GA because I'm a giving person, I'm a caring person, and all of that. But basically I was born in Dobsonville. Born and raised in Dobsonville. Yeah, it's just that in the time where is our origin.
Okay.
To an extent that I'm still connected at home. I go home very, very, very often.
Yeah.
As a result, I might leave Josie and go to the Eastern Cape and start empowering the youth that side. Josie yenzile into yami shayile i-location bioscope sa train abantu khona manje even ama actors abaya owabona kulama soap ya Karen ama first breakup ya location bioscope yabo. So I'm a person who likes empowering and giving. As I said, yeah, I'm a Mpondo. Mpondo. We speak Xhosa, but Mpondo doesn't exist. I can't speak Mpondo because I grow up in Xhosa. I don't know, man. You know, I couldn't go me. Let's get on it. But this girl is by great level, njengaphuma and the same nezinto ama-teaser angenazo yabo. So we understand ukuthi let's say mina ngishaye sexile yabo ngishaye le Breenwood neshetele imnandi iTshisa izwakala ifaka ibatata fees imbashile mara yangishaya it didn't make sense to me yabo ukuthi enhle kumele ngifane nale Tshisa or what and the saddest thing is you see any elokishini asinama role models man you know mina my role model was not my teacher. My role model was not umfundisi. My role model bekwenye out beyicheck next door yasedladlini. Sakhula ngintwala ibanga Dodge Monaco emnyama hlala shine it and that guy was a criminal. I was inspired by a criminal to wish and want to look good. It looked to me as if people are professional, they're not as successful as these criminals. You know what I mean? I had relatives because I'm a salesman. I'm a briefcase. Whether you say insurance or you finish your shops, I'm a briefcase. I used to perceive that as a very difficult job. I understand it is difficult. I like things as simple. So, I cool get to see, but as I say, I still go home maybe twice, 3 times in a year. Now, in the next month or so, I need to go home. So, I've been through Pagota. The success began because, you know, I'm not going to go to details about that. But let me make you an example. You see, if your own mother who loved me so dearly, may her soul rest in peace. We buried her last year, not December 11. I still miss her. But again, the way my mother loved me, she used to call me my only son born, Jesus Christ. You know? But then, if my mother can say to me, there was a day, they started to take BMM, yeah, left leg. Oh, I come, say cool. Yeah, left leg, baba. Left leg, baba. So, as sometimes ngithanda bamuhle nginuke kamnandi, yabo. So umuhle nginuka kamnandi, ngiyobonisa ioledi PM. Yes, thanks. Mangene edladlini. Ioledi lakusahasa that time. Liblobela bo brabana. Mangiqhamuka edining room ngima kanje libheke kayi-1 ioledi lakhala. Ngicabanga ukuthi maybe khona umuntu obhorile bakhohle ukungitshela yabo into ezinjalo maqeda ukukhala ioledi lami litshela ibrother bafethu yabo lencusi yami I never thought he's going to grow up and be this kind of a man. I thought by now he'll be dead or doing a life sentence. So that tells you I'm not going to go into those details because I converted. I became a good person. In actual fact, when my involvement in the industry took off, that was like what, more than 35 years ago. You know, I converted because naturally, what people might not know, I'm a very sweet person. I'm a loving person. I'm a loyal and honest person. I say things as they are. I don't hide. That's why I'm going to be proud because I'm a So, roughly, you know, I am that kind of a person. So, right now, lang corner manje, my background, even if I'm getting rewind, I would not change anything. Because I think my suffering, my strains, tough times, made me what I am today. Because I'm a survivor. Yo, Joe, nothing puts me down. It's like I'm a seed. You bury me, I'm gonna come 4 times better. You know, Namanji, people would have expected with I'm sitting in a corner somewhere crying.
Depressed, someone.
Because you see, once you see dark, then maybe you can fall into depression. But as long as you always see that light, you have a vision. You need to dream, man. You know, if you don't dream, there's no way you can have a vision. You know, the only important thing is your dreams should not end on the pillow. Your dreams need to turn into a vision. Then you can drive towards your vision. And that's it. You know, any other thing shouldn't lock you down. And in my youth, I don't have great memories about my dad, because all I used to see was him blackshaming my mother. I didn't like him for that. And unfortunately, by the time we were reconciling, he didn't live long, he passed on. Yeah, well, so, but that made me live in the streets. The only fortunate thing is, I would not be under the bridge. I will be in some home somewhere. You know, like for example, we want Chaka Minga. She's my sister. Like she's my sister, because at some point we got to be blind. Only like it took me in. You know, so we grew up like that. You know, and then I call being the asset. At least people should feel the benefit of having me in there. You know what I mean? So that resulted for me learning skills of hustling. So that is why it doesn't matter what you do to me. I will feel the pain, but the pain never stops me. That is why when I motivate and speaking, I would say, run with the pain. What I mean with that is, if you are in pain and you stop, time is moving. Let me make you an example. Let's say you are a soccer player. You've just been bought. $1 million so. In soccer game, ufike teamini entsha noma ungenile la. Sizokuzwisa icox thina. Ukuthi ungabi mnandi. Sizokuzwisa icox, sizokukhaba. But now, if sizokukhaba le pain nyana, uyaphuma uyohlala ebenchini ene uyi-strike, kusho ukuthi kuleyo game awukora. Because uphumile uyohlala phansi. But if that pain, you're trying to run it out. Uyi-strike, you might find yourself in a position. What happens? Usase your pain there, you are in a good position, a ball comes, and you know what I mean? You have conquered that pain. So in life, I never stop because I'm feeling pain. I keep going. I allow the pain. And I mean, then don't cry. I don't believe in that. That's why I got because we keep her somewhere else. If it's painful and it makes me cry, I cry about it. Whether it's in public or private, I cry when it comes to that.
Let's get into entertainment. Njengoba uthi mawukhula ukhule umuntu uthanda izinto classy, and then ngothanda boyibona inspire ezinye izinto which is bongasithandi ngesikole. So yini inspire ukuthi ungene ku-entertainment industry?
When I'm out being a star, it's a different story. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. R, A, E, O, U. How is it influencing my life today? I don't understand. Eskela, they never teach you about money. But about fundisa you. Exactly. And the imali makes the world go round. I always try and figure out things. I think because right now, when you look at the world, there's a bank. Have you ever questioned with World Bank? You put your money in, they charge you. For we far, they charge you. Ihle, they charge you. We are shifter, they charge you. Why are you taking your money there? But because we don't question things, we just fall. You know what I mean? So I question every single thing in life. That is why without grade 12, I've made myself to be what I am. Because I interrogate things. I research. I normally call myself a learned illiterate. Because I research, I look for things, I question every single thing. That is why most people see me as trouble. There are productions that will never hire me because they say I'm too hard, they say I'm this and that, because I don't just take things as they come. Now, your most important question, what influenced me to be here? I bumped into this thing. The industry, I bumped into it. As I said before, when I was saying the car, I was so bringing pictures of me. This time we are Lilian Dube, Musapila no Babu Sam Phillips. May his soul rest in peace. My mentor. By emotional. Hey, the Lachutman there. Foot in a malpora, in a vegan to Suala Kating down. This is Pala story. This Pala is certain movie. So, discussing a script. Anyway, that's not the issue today. So, these guys, because baby fully lived, but they don't put a samba, workshop, samba, until Nazanga must figure out within a week we were sent into our auditions, our commercial. I'm so totally drawn. From there, I have my audition. I had a lead role when it's drama series, yes, Tshisa, is our commercial TV. Now, here's another challenge. How you act, you direct, you act, and then I switched, I went behind the camera. Trust me, I started as a runner / 3080 being tool. I maneuvered my way in. There's a production that I worked for. It's Spectral Productions. I was a runner, 3080. Mapaki production, but I need an opportunity to sit with the editor and see what happens when they shoot. And then from there I started getting used to how things work. From that I was graduated in the same production when we were shooting something else. Back as the first 18, and I became closer to the director. And then after that, I became the confidence. My first gig as a director, I lied. I forged my CV. And at that time, you were commercial. When Ndlovu launched Masakane. Masakane was a project where it was a program and a project where people were to start being assertive of themselves, build their own homes and doing that. So that documentary commercial sort of was filming people who were doing that. With my lies, I got the gig. I was hired by Brent Queen. That's the guy, that guy took a risk on me. But I went. It wasn't that good. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned from there, but from there I never looked back. Then I started directing them. Then when I decided, I sent Katela my commercials in Funny Tram. So there's a guy, Peter Hob. So I skipped a very important person, which is now my technical mentor. He's called Ikamalele out to FC Hammonds. Because I know he specializes on a drone and swim. Yes, there's a drone. Why won't it drone like that? Shama light, but my shooter corner, it affects the lighting. The outside swim. But anyway, that's the guy. He got me off directing. He got me to edit. I edited for something like 1.5 years. Man, one final mix. Futi final mix, I call assisted you shooter something for EMNet. So, see shooter on a spec. A multi-choice it as shoot, they must start as a date and a 13 part. So fortunately, we are told sponsorship somewhere, so the shoot. So it might be a copy. So maga editor mina ngenza sound final mix. Yabo, one teacher nje throw me in the deep end. One bonus plenty function so I see. So as I shared, it was successful. That is why I can edit, I can final mix, I can shoot in the camera, I can direct, I can act. That's okay, because I was taught by that guy. So in the industry, I think it was never my plan or intention, but how I love it now, I realized later in my life, this thing has been with me for a very long time. My influence when I was still at school, lower primary, so it's a sports and recreation, so we ran a cinema. We ran a crash. So I was in a cinema house almost every day, watching movies. Sometimes I'll come with my friends, sibukela ama movie, and amangibukela namachitam masiphuma masifike lokushini, we reenact what we were watching. And I would find myself I want to climb blah blah blah. Nase Sunday school makwenziwa la maskiti la, I remember very well. So I think it's something that I grew up with. It's something that was in me. It's but I can just do it. I can do it. Trust me. I don't need 10 years to prepare myself. So yeah, I mean, we share around baby shoot. So man figure out we are explaining. Now for eating him, there's a actor like so, but you can't look director. We guys see one Bashale. I took the script, that scene, I so I guess it's a God given, you know what I mean? What beats making a living from a God given? You know, effortless, I'll struggle. I'm a one-time reader, trust me. Mangas full like I want the script from one to end to you. By the time you have pre-production, CRP, I'm the script at the time I speak from a can. You know what I mean? I can even discuss with the writers themselves and argue about the story. So how do we fall into this? And still, I'll come with a solution with that. It can be breached like this, so it makes sense. And the productions sometimes we challenge, we take viewers for granted. We did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, hey, don't underestimate viewers, my viewers don't underestimate, especially when they love their product, their production. Yeah.
Okay, one question.
Yeah.
One question.
Akon. Maka yes.
As ngene kule gig le skeem saam. Ngoba ngithi ngule skeem saam sidini ngibona igama lakho liyavela. Dube. Uthola kanjani lakhi?
Ugcine kudala ubuye iskeem saam angisekho la. Ngivayile la.
Wazwa ngasesibuke. Wazwa ngasesibuke iskeem saam no.
Why?
Igama lakho ngisalibona.
Hayi, kunamachitami la sathula isibane seminalo wayenzi la.
Wasithola lakhi ukuthi wathola kanjani?
Yabo. That gig bengicela ukwenza I was separating with my partners back to work after siceda ukwenza i-location by score. Ngikwaba khona la singazange sihlangane khona kamnandi yabo. So I decided to kushaya ikhona. Ngazoyenza i-documentary abayibiza ukuthi spina guluva. Phela mina ngispina vele yabo. So now spinning could have started as a thuggery thing, you know, but spinning now is a sport. affiliated with Motorsport SA. So my documentary was to reposition spinning so that people understand where spinning is at now. So being said to where's the right documentary, I'm the same edit. Now I got a call from Miss Winnie Siri, the writer and the founder and Tshisa. I was head-headed. She even knew Mzazi. There's a documentary. And she said to me, whilst I'm repositioning myself, do I mind because I was skeem saam camper? Hey man, camping yam took long, 5 years. Oh, and then at some point, I think when my divorce was about to start, you know, there was a lot of negative things that my ex-wives were throwing around, you know. So unfortunately, I'm not that kind of person who speaks my personal life on television, on newspapers and stuff like that. I do things legally. Even now, there's a case is about to start again for defamation of character, so I can't speak a lot about that because it's prima facie. I might be mentioning things that might disturb the case. So it's a prima facie thing, you know what I mean? So I think from there again, you know, when you're abused, you might hold it in and maybe sometimes think people can't see through, but in your behavior there's a change that happens. You know what I mean? There's a change that happens, and at the same time I was starting the Afro Rev. It was picking up. We even had a building in Braamfontein, you know, where we were operating from. You know, the situation with the twins, it disturbed me because on the day where we had the biggest meeting, top actors with a huge drama series that we were going to do, you know what I mean? So, the Mbabo PC, the so I dropped up on the crash. I was supposed to go to work. On my way to work, and I was like, man, I'm trying to plan about what am I going to say to them? And I shall you tell. We are an officer in PA, report, and I negotiate with the So now that took the whole flipping day. I couldn't call, I couldn't do anything. So actors, everybody was an officer in that time. So most people back what? And unfortunately, what had lockdown. Also, a lot of things were kind of disturbed. So with all of that, with my divorce going on and all that stuff, now myself, I had no interest of being directing at the time. Directing takes a lot out of you. You need focus. You can't be all over the place because with me, like when I prepare, I want peace of mind. I can't be shooting this side. I've got plasmina again. You must understand. I'm not like Chikwa Baraselo Muntre one. It was in stereo by two. Stereo you know, sometimes that you can't work properly like that. So I had to get out of it a bit. But now, since, you know, I'm from that royal family, what Tintin. So I looked into that, and as a donation, the government doesn't do much for us, and we shouldn't be depending on the government a lot. Some of the things we should do them ourselves. So I came up with some projects, farming project, agriculture, and all of that, and it is going very well. It's promising, it's empowering people, it's doing all of that. So for me to take a break from filming, that's what I was busy with. So up until now I miss it because it's something that I love. And during the hard lockdown, remember a crew la ngithatha ngithafunda imovie ngisalinde i-report back ngifuna ukuza ukuthi uzothini ufundile so ngifuna ukuza i-feedback ngibhalile nama-series and all of that and then mina ke as an unorthodox, you know what I mean, I write things that are out of the box. I don't follow systems. Ngisho noma ngizodirector mina I boycott, when prepare I boycott movies, I boycott television, I boycott everything. I do not want to be influenced by anything. And then so that I can visualize those words the way I want to. Yeah, so that's how anyway my life and skeem side, you know. But yeah, ngiyakhathala mina into iyi-1 isikhathi eside.
Mzazi.com how many years or months?
Bengidala ngizdirectile la. Bengizdirector. Awuthi le yadlala. Bengizdirector. Yeah, mthunzini.com yeah. The movie Moja Fit. The movie Moja Fit. Moja movie fit. We were partners there. Yabo. So yeah, hey, yabo mthunzini. Tshisa. I know in South Africa science nyakanya. Those if you can check your viewership here, those two things, you'll see what I'm talking about. The viewership was hectic. Mthunzini was challenging. Because it was not a 30-minute program. Oh, it was a 48 minutes. It was beautiful. But now, you know, in this country, I'm not broadcasters, but with budget, team. So I cheated, yeah. I cheated, emthunzini ngashuta amasinyana thize emthunzini, you know, ngashuta ama-establishings ngayenzani ngabuya nge-RTP Sport Dam ngashuta the entire mthunzini.com there. But in the streets of Mangaung I did the same thing. I went to Mangaung, I shot the establishing shots and what have you. But when I link these things we edit, you'll never tell. Yeah, so those are products that I'm proud of. Because I was executive producer, I was director, mthunzini as actor, no actor. But no actor wakhona. Besingatholi actor besibhaziseka ngokuthola actor. So my partner Stephen pick over was like, why enhle kunga-act? Because when akayakuhluleka uku-act us-director. I was like, yo. 2 episodes of 48 minutes each, Stephen, what? Go for it. On a round table, there are scenes on a round table. Bengikhona ukutshela umuntu mina ngithi akubelanga utsho so. To some few actors it was intimidating. They even said it with awuphetanga nescript usitshela ukuthi sithini what. But yeah, you know, in a joking way, you know, you like ifundani, you know. So that was fun. Those were our productions again. Mthunzini.com, Tshisa, Streets of Mangaung, Mferefere Linyalo. I had fun there.
Still talking about ukuthi amanye ama-shots bowarobha iskeem sami sishutele kuphi nenda
iskeem sami sishoot go to Teflo for exterior scene, you know what I mean? But most of it is in the studio la. It's a Sunny Studios, yes. It's a Sunny Studios. I mean, I'm an interior shooter with studio. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to TV Lodin, TV Geek. TV Geek. Then TV Ngwakho, you know ifundile lapho. Since was ungeni so production, you know when ifundile ngikhulile la isifundile zakukhulisa.
You see, for you to learn, you have to make mistakes. In my life, when I started, I have done crucial mistakes because being forced now, being forced, I think Even my first gig as an AD, sure, I was such a mess. But it's just that they never fired me. Instead, they helped me, you know. As they were helping me, by the time I actually understood what ADing is all about. You know what I mean? That's how I learned. I made a lot of mistakes and learned from them. You know, for me, it was never a fact which must be being criticized. It would break me down. Never. I don't get broken down. Ngizovaya ngizoyenza ngayiphinde ngiyenze mistake engiyenzeka kwana ngiphinde sana. Angiphindi, make no mistake. Angiphindi. I mean, I learned from my mistakes and I improved from them. And that's it. And I research a lot. I check what is current. How are they telling stories now? What is what? Then I understand because before ngikhula bengitshela ukuthi ngiyasika ngiyahlala ngicishe ngayibelieve la. I mean no Grootman lam Duma Ndlovu Grootman lam lelo. People think singama ghost because besixoshana emsebenzini bengihlupha bengistode ngangixoshela ama reason angixosha phinda ngilande Grootman lam bengenza ama other yabo. And for the fact that he still speaks to me today, you know, I respect him for that. I love him for that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Manje usikhuluma yabona ngenze emotional. Mangikhuluma ngale la Grootman kanje. Hayi la Grootman dala. Phela la uthi nokungibhelela nje check. No, nokungibhelela and ngina how many years ngaphuma kumbanga. Agcina ukusipana la. But nokungibhelela futhi manje ngicheck nami nginokumbhelela mina yibe ngimbhelela kakhulu ke uHrud phela mina ngintwana. So mina yibe ngimbhelela kakhulu. Yabo. Let's go back to where we are. Manje besikhuluma ngani?
Things you've learned.
Things that I've learned. Yeah. You see, the la Grootman leda. Bengi hard, ne? Yeah. Kumubanga ngingakhahlela amabonite. Bengidineke izinto mazingayenzekile bengifuna ngakhona. You know? And the la Grootman used to ask me one thing. How do you want the world to define you? Are you going to allow the world to define you, or are you going to make the world define you the way you want? Yo, yes. I thought about it. And I was like, and it's true. You see, when people start to fear you, they don't give you the best. But when people respect you, they will give you the best. This is your vision. Now, you can't enforce your vision to people. You must drive your vision so that people can follow your vision and understand your vision and travel you towards your vision. FC Hemen. FC Mang Edit and we had a contract with CCP Records. They see this Shama video abu Lucky Dube, abu Prenda Fasi, abu Banban. So I'm so editing. The out there, it dismantled editing. It got to the point where I was because now man when I see you are a racist. I call it a young torture slave. I told her out here. What figure in production, food, editor. This time, my figures of you. It can't be as a 9 editor overnight. Now, almost 6. Abuge, Azubuge. Abuge. Ah, show nix. Maratata Archie, as in. When I have a talented young man, a talented Yabukulunku. Invite uNkulunkulu nangiyasuka manje la invite uNkulunkulu ahlale la ubukele noNkulunkulu uzitshele wena ukuthi uNkulunkulu proud na ngalento yenzile aceda wavaya in 3 hours client yeza maphuma ngaphandle ngikauza angabuye mangihlala ngithi i-dismantlelwe yimi sana i-dismantlelwe yimi ngayi-re-edita in 2 hours yabuya le-out before i-client ifika yazi ukubuyela maceda ukubuyela hayi vele yamshiya so ya meet with your client yavaya zange ziqale nami ne-client mayifika i-client ibuyele kayi-1 yathi mnandi from there I learned to pay attention to detail. So that's how I improved. That's how I changed things. I had people who were hectic in my life. Yeah. So yeah, man.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, but these are tough love. You see, because if I'm afraid to storytelling, sure. You know, storytelling, you're supposed to be changing lives. Mina ngizokhuluma ngabafana bami yabona nawo ama question.
Khuluma.
Yabona, let me give you an example. Ukubuze ngeskeem saam. Iskeem saam at any given time minimum 6 million viewers, right? Now look at this way. These 6 million people at that time bahlezi akunaniksi abayenza babukele that thing. They're giving you 30 minutes of their lives. And simultaneously, 6 million people. And then when you tell that story, you cheat. You don't prepare. You're disrespecting 6 million people who are giving you your life.
Time.
That's how serious this is. You see, when you stand in front of that camera, you need, as an actor, it should be as if you're never gonna get another opportunity again. Every second you spend in there, you need to give it your all. Because that's what I do. You know, I have respect for those people who are giving me their eyeballs. So I need to give them a reason to sit and watch my production. Because you must understand, a TV program, it's in a lifespan a second. It's a remote gauge. If that thing is playing and it doesn't catch my attention, and if your production can't catch eyeballs, what is your value to the broadcaster? Because the broadcaster ifuna mehlo. Because once ufuna mehlo, ama advertisers ayangena yenza imali. So all those things you need to take into consideration. So those are the things that I take into consideration. I then have a problem with an actor who's going to come to set. I will prepare. Usesetini, usaphetene nephepha, ujika ushona lena. That is disrespectful. Because mina as a director, imagine kuflafa mina this time. I give you direction. Okay, uzongena wenze so uthi. Mawuthi yaqala yini futhi ayicut. Say kuflafa mina manje. Sengitshelile ungena la uzala uthini. In the middle of you performing, whoa. Enhle qala ngayi. Mawuthi whoa, how are you going to feel? You see, as an actor, that's what you're doing too. Because I prepared. I'm getting paid for this job. Besides everything else, I'm getting paid. Why can't I just do what I'm paid for? Nothing more, nothing less yet. Just what you're getting paid for. You know? Prepare before kill. You know? If you can't read like me, because mlamaseng isifundile iscript ngisifundile and that's it, singenile ekhanda. Mina esetini ama actors amanye ngisebenze nabo ngababuza. Mina ngitshela umuntu ngithi khathi ngimtshela kumele uthi ngingaphethanga nephepha. You know what I mean? Maybe makuthiwa okay, next scene. Mhlambe sometimes uthola ukuthi shooter from different episodes. But those scenes are in that same place. You know what I mean? Then I'll just take ile sharp. I see it. You know what I mean? So you'll find that Betty, I'm one of the quickest directors. I just know what I want. I don't do my shots or for safety. Once you shoot for safety, for me it means I was tame. Once I get it, whether it's one take, that's it. I move on. But yeah, when you are employed, I'm an executive producer. I have taking one. I at least 2. So 2, that's maximum. I'm not going unless there's a problem in a shot. If there's no problem, let's move on. Figure setting prepared. You know exactly what happens. I remember I got a very beautiful compliment from another lady. She was an AD at the time, but now she's a producer. Ushila once said to me, she was ADing for me. She said to me, Mina, this is the first time I come across a director who will tell you how the scene is going to be, and he's going to set it that way, and it's going to be like that. It is going to be the number of shots that he has told you, what in, which was a very great compliment for me. So I guess it's just talent. Talent. I mean, I don't know.
What's the next? Let's get into the marriage.
I'm singing. So what are we going to talk about in marriage?
Your marriage.
That famous marriage, like, who's the the
one and only.
I don't know.
Since we say it's on court,
it's in court. No,
how did it happen?
Direct extra. We met there. My interview, the only ever interview that I did during that marriage was with Uma Paseka, Mukwili. Uma Paseka, she's a very decent human being. You know what I mean? She approaches things in a different way. What most people were interested in was, because we stay in the same house, how do you sleep? How do you, that's too personal. How do you go to that? It's too personal. But I met them there. And what happened is, they asked me to be their mentor. I mentored them.
So Kumbula with you?
Yes, now. That's oh God. Oh. We were married for 9 years. I have known them. I've known them for maybe 2 months, and we got married. There was a reason why. I'm not gonna go to details of that, but I met them like that, and it's not me. It's because of how they are. The better be true. I won. Mawabona one come get khoneni, you must know which one is uchamuka soon. You know what I mean? So mokhuluma nalo pendulelo baphendula into efanayo what that's how it happened. I didn't plan, I didn't. It just came like that. Yeah.
So what was the reason you would pay?
What was the reason you would pay?
Yeah, because there were allegations where they abused.
That's prima. You see, again, that is something that is going to court. It is going to court. You guys need to be patient. The truth is coming soon. As soon as we go into court, let's just go as far as that. Nina, and it's gonna be there. It's gonna be recorded. All that process is gonna be recorded. You will find out. You will find out the truth.
Maybe record it.
Maybe record it. So born. So tossy coin. You see, Mina, I'm one person. What is most important to me is know my truth. I'm not defined by somebody else's opinion. I am not defined by what people say about me. Every single person has a reason for what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mina, I'm happy with my truth. I'm good. From the beginning, you heard things about me on social media, on newspapers, everywhere. You've never heard me respond to that. Because I've never done that. I'm not gonna be pushed by someone to start doing that, even through the divorce. Uhleli kwami manje. Wakungasiyi engekho la.
Ukhona. Big question.
Udlule ikari yami ikhona egarage. IBM yolungiswa. Why zonke izinto zami zila?
Hey.
Bebene reality show awubukelanga. If ngabe bowubukele ngaba ngibuzi ngapha.
If bekhona wena ngizibukela manje awukho.
Abantu bazibonele ke. Bazipikapela abanye. But since we're speaking about that, you know, I have a lot of followers. Like for example, if I accept to Facebook, I accept somebody. About Instagram, I've crossed about 2,000. Like I've got followers and the loyalty. Others we have never even met. I think from reading my stuff and what have you, they get the personality in me to realize what is it that I actually can do or not do. You know what I mean? So the support that I received through inboxes and all of that, I appreciate it. Big up. Thank you. And I will never disappoint. I'm gonna make my fans proud. I'm gonna start delivering movies for them. I don't wanna work for anybody anymore. This is time where I alone establish my footprint. Who am I? How do I tell my stories? Right now, everything that I'm going to shoot, written by me, it's going to be produced by me, it's going to be directed by me. My footprint. I can even edit myself, sometimes in Ndlovu. So, I get somebody to do it. But the movie that I'm going to shoot, that one I'm going to edit myself. Because that story is going to be told in a very unusual way. If I get somebody to edit it, so yeah, it's time. It is time for my footprint. I'm sure my fans are going to be happy. They've been asking me about it. I have a phone. You tell me if I have silence. Sorry, the free. Ufonela two. Ha, mangiphendula dropper. Imillionaire iyabhaza. Ngeke. Yo, multimillionaire iyabhaza. Ngeke. Athi ngibengisa ku silence ngizomthinta later.
Yeah, tell us about your kids. How many kids do you have?
Joe, athi ke wambuza abantwana. Nginabantwana abayi-11.
Sazoyiwa.
Yingudu ingosisana. Badala. Yeah, wena kumele was 3 then.
Yeah, 3.
By-11 abantwana bami, yo. From 9 different women. 9 baby mamas. Aphela bengithetha ngumkhula. Bengiba. And ukhumbula ukuthi mina ngacala uku-actor maybe TV besana kuphuma isase ku black and white. Sana kuphuma. Yabo. That's why nginokuthi sometimes ama writing. Ama actors wano ayisuka. Ifame abayazi ukuthi phela the time mina ama shopping mall lo isaqala le. Bengithi mangene emolini bekufuneka security. Ukuthi ngiba emolini bekufuneka security ngoba abantu bebecabuka bafuna ukubamba lo muntu lokuthi kanjani yabo. So yeah, but then I started my first born bengisescared. Ngolo nifike ngikhuluma la efonini ushadile sebutswana. She's 42. Oh, mina ngina 58 una 42. Le nto anoyaziyo yenza sound la emifilmini second born, and then lo enemaziyo ukhuluma ngayo futhi actayo second born emantombazaneni. Then ke actually there's 6 girls. 6 girls and 5 boys, yeah. Those are my children. Abanye angifuni ukukhuluma kakhulu ngabo because abanye abantu abafuni ukukhulunywa ngabo ema-TV. So but yeah, it's 11 kids. Ayithi bengitshela bengihank phela mina. So bebegcwala nami. That's why abantwana bami bagugile. Mara nalo ngigrowth, mara I'm aging nicely, graceful.
No.
Yabo. If wabe ngantshela iminyaka yami ngibonga ukugesa. Abagesi bangitshela ngabo 40 something. Bangijwayela mara ngiphilile mina la emhlabeni ngikolotisanga le 58 years. Bengila ngiphefumula baba.
Bona zo.
Yeah.
So tell us about your company and your workshop. Usipana phezulu.
Afro Rev Network. That was formed in Spana na skeem saam. That was another reason why I was never gonna stay any longer from skeem saam. Afro Rev Network. It's a multifunctional thing. We're creating a television station. It's online. Not easy just for Netflix or television online. So Konano we're busy with the app. It's gonna be driven by the app. This is where we're gonna give opportunities, train from producers to runners and encourage people to form their own productions, produce their own movies and upload them. You see, because once you upload, that is what is nice with online. Everything is transparent. Every single cent that is made there, you see it. And Tina, if you upload and money is made, Tina, as a company, you're gonna retain 40%. As a producer, 60% is yours. 30%, we need to maintain our station, our company, and all of that. 10% is our profit. But it's high time that our producers are able to make money. Because once our producers make a lot of money, that can easily be transferred to the actors. Because we need to have actors that are multimillionaires. You can't have performers, and yet as executive producers, you're making so much money, but you're not filtering it out to the performers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the Afro Rev is all about that. It's got an agency as well. People can join the agency. We have cut it. We need to update the website. COVID has affected the business in many ways. People don't have money, So now from 1.5, it has been cut to 500 rands. You pay your 500 rands, you become part of the agency, Afro Rev. Our members are going to get preference. You're going to be getting free workshops. Near 500 rand batali, there's going to be workshops. These workshops, as we perform, most of your top workshop performance is going to be filmed and recorded. It's going to be posted on the website. You're going to be promoted with that. Use that. We're going to promote you internationally. Uyothunyelwa na ku Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry and I actors nayo la. It's we want to go big. We want to go international. If you're not shooting with us, you could be shooting with another production because we're going to be marketing you as well. You know what I mean? Because we can't be shooting multiple movies at a go. Up until we train directors, then we know which abanye bashuta le as it grows and develop. You know what I mean? So basically, yeah, Afro Rev is my brainchild, and yeah, that is what it is. You know what I mean? It seeks to empower the African content. Because if you are online, there's no reason why in Nigeria they can shoot their movies as long as they are at the quality that we prefer. We don't have a Nigerian channel, Congolese channel, Tanzanian channel, Botswana channel, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as it's African content told by Africans for the Africans. Anything that is outside the continent, spectators, viewers, maximum.
So umuntu obuye lapho ufuna ukujoina uya kuphi?
Ama-bank details akhona ku-website. We don't handle money, we don't handle cash. When cash is in the business account, there's proof that we have paid, there's proof of everything, and the money is properly conducted. You go to the website in the link here corner, or you get the account number there, you deposit. After you deposit, you can post your proof of payment on the very same website, or you can send it to proof of payment. You can send it to info@afrorev or at Mzazi @afrorev.com. It's not .co, it's not .coza, it's .com.
Tell us more about your calling.
My calling? You mean my spiritual calling?
Spiritual calling.
It's an interesting one. Like mina, like nokuya enyangeni nje mina kuthiwa kuyobhuliwa ukuthi what's wrong. It's either mina my mother will drag me to take me there because that when afuna ukusebenza maybe uloyiwe maybe what ispan bengasifuni mina ispan lesi yoqasha ngo8 yongena emsebenzini bezange ngasifuni. And my mother would always be like wena lento yakho yokudlala le uyoyiyeka. Trust me, people who are in this industry, they can relate with what I'm talking about. Parents always see arts as umdlalo and something that means nothing. And that is one industry that can turn you into a millionaire in no time. I don't know, I don't remember ngibona umuntu wealthy ovuka ekseni ngo8 emsebenzini achayise ngo4 angaze ngambona rich. And I don't like average life. Angifuni. Mina ngifuna ukuhlala nginemali ebhali. Ne-COVID ne-divorce zingiphazamisa. Ngike ngaposta mos mina na ku Facebook ukuthi I need to have a jet. I was supposed to have it in the next 12 months, but I have 2 years delayed. I need to recover. I want my private jet mina. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of a person. Angisumuntu uthanda ukuqashwa. Yabo. Ngithanda imali eningi. So it's gonna be a challenge for me if I'm gonna be employed. I can't. That is why is it just for an auction by scope? I dream big, how many years in auction by scope? Close to 9, maybe 9 or 10 years, somewhere there. When I switch auction by scope today, but I replace. No, because number has how I was doing that. 5 movies simultaneously within a radius of 25 kilometers and supervising all that thing. Ushuta ama-intern abantu obafake wabahlalisa eklasini for just one day, the following day bangene setting. You know what I mean? So I always dream big. And mina bangangibuyisi ukuthi uthole question yakho grand. Mina ngikhuluma ngihambe mfana. Yabo. So usethi nge-answer nginika
awaphendula
awungangeni answer
yes nice. Okay, in any case that one is a strange one. As I was telling you, mina bengafuna ukufuna mina bengayi ezinyangeni. I've never like noma ngidonsiwe ngasiwa ngenkani angaze ngizisebenzise nokuzisebenzisa into zakhona. Sometimes you touch izinto kancane ukuthi maybe you don't believe in it or what have you, until I started having dreams. I've never seen something like this in my life. Like even as it is, and my ancestors they communicate directly with me. Zonke izinto enginazo mina engizidingayo. I don't know how I was picking them up. For example, I've got shells. When my spiritual guide wanted them, they were there. How I got those shells from the ocean. Ngishiwe flight mina la EOR. Mamfike East London ibus nayo bese ngishini. So I had ukuthi ngilinde ibus eza in the next 4 hours. So I was in East London for 4 hours roaming around. So I found myself walking towards the beach. Khumula izicathulo. Nange amanzi ngiyawathanda ke ngomuntu wamanzi amanzi tutu ngithwala ipool bangishisa mina ngihlala la ngifunda ngiqale epoolini ngifunda ngiye ke ngikhumula amateki and I just picked up these shells for no reason. I picked up those shells ngazifaka eplastikini and I came back with them. I have a cloth ngavuka ekseni ngiliphuphile bengiphupha ngoba noma ngivula amehlo bengisayibona this thing fika umkhulu nje kimi hleli uzibambe so ulugoqile so eWestin. The only thing ayisho kimi with ugqoke kanje mangiphaphama I had an edge to go and look for this cloth, but now ngibone iside eli1 mara mangivala amehlo ngiyalibona liphelele. But that vision bengibona I think I was seeing ilion. Ngilifuna ngingene kwenye indawo la sithengiswa khona. I don't even know how I was finding these things. Ngilikhombe lifoldiwe, believe it or not. Ngilikhombe lifoldiwe ngathi mama ngidonsela le ndongo yesi4 la. Bawabamba oyi4 bawabeka la. Lezi ezinye ziblue zinjani mabevula lele ngikhombeni. This is the one. So like namanje, if maybe there's something that they want me to tell you, it will come and I will tell you. If I remember ngibuza ngikhumbule sometime ngikhumbule nokuthi bengithini yabo. So but in any case ekhaya there's a lot of izikhwama zizaso there. Yabo, so I'm not that much surprised. It's just that bekungasinto engiyithathayo ekhaya. But yeah, amasefikile boy. Mina azange ngithwase mara bangilethela mina I'm surrounded by spiritual people. The closest people to me are spiritual. Are spiritual. Normally data sometimes data into spiritual. Or sometimes because I'm into spiritual, a problem and I accommodate them in my house. You know. And the very same people will back to never visit because of how spiritually and verbally how I kind of end up healing them. But normally I heal people with my mouth. You know, sizothi siblomile sixoxe mina decide ukukhuluma ngithathe a certain direction and I'm healing you. Mina after some few weeks ngithola call awutham ungisizile yazi that day ukhuluma uthi bengine problem so and I did this ngimnandi no danki. So that's how my spirituality is. And they show me if me travel nendongo yami nendubunyana yami, I see it, and then that's what I would do. Ngena ngayenzi this thing ngiyibona ukuthi fanele ngiyenze ngathola accident ebuhlungayo ngathola accident ebuhlungayo angisayenzi that thing. Once ngayibona I do it.
So since uthe awusafuna ukusebenzela umuntu, that means you're not going back to TV.
Television in the cinema or someone. Television amathwasa mina nothwasa la mina nginike space.
Yeah,
mina nginike space. I must move on to other things. I'm gonna produce and do my own things now. I don't have to be employed.
Talking about his space, uthe khona ufuna uyibhalile uyayishutha uyayidirect uyayiproducer awucabanga maybe she space for abanye abantu at least usebenze ne-youth usebenze nabanye abantu bapha ama-opportunity
Like what?
like
Sebhaliwe.
like Tina shoot.
Your actor mean. Your shooter mean. No. Let me put it this way. You see, for eyeballs and business, sometimes you need that face that will be followed. right? So I've written a movie now. It's called Behind Closed Doors. It's inspired by the lockdown and the sudden escalation of GPV, you know. So it is based on that. Two actors in a house, and then the other kind of cameos that are gonna be there, it's gonna be so unorthodox, you know. So it's gonna be, let me say, 3 cameos and 2 actors pair in the house. I wrote the story based on my house, so I'm gonna be shooting it here, inside the house. The only time you see outside is an establishing of this house. Bella, nothing else. I know most people fear to tell stories like that, but they're doable. These are movies that are character and performance driven. So I'm not afraid. I mean, whether it's a new face or what, I get no responsibility of direct. And then from there, that is why the lady has never been seen on acting on a big role. So it's gonna be her first. The possible guy, the problem with too busy, cool. So I might look for someone else, but if all goes well and he still plays the role, he's a top dog. That's what we might add in bringing the eyeballs. Because I like giving opportunities. That if this guy is not available, I'm gonna look for somebody who has never been seen, but he needs to be fit. He needs to be fit, like 6-packish. So needs to be fit. That's what I'll be looking for. If this guy in the next week or so is still unavailable, then I need to hunt for that male role. And then after that, the crew. I don't want professional people. I'm looking for a young team that has passion, you know, a crew that will give it their all and give them an opportunity to be part of my footprint. You know, I don't know if they're gonna be able to realize the opportunity that they're being given, because they're becoming part of the project where I, as Archie, Mzazi, putting my footprint down, they're gonna be part of that. So it's empowerment. Empower, and I don't remember charging people for empowering me. I don't do that. It's God given, free to transfer.
Yeah, while you on empower, there's a legend. There's a drug problem, alcohol problem, especially youth. Youth are not aware. If you maybe just khuthaza nokubaphi opportunity like ukuthi ba shift from that negativity, especially location. Esikhulele eDobsonville. Dobsonville ikasi inabantu abanye bawela kwinyaphe, abanye iCrystal namantombazana these days. Like that part okwayidlala ukuthi abantu baselokushini engikhule kulo bayalimala into ekanje nakanje ukuba shiftisa ngapha ngenza kanje nakanje.
Here's one other thing. You see, in the township, we don't have role models, yeah? And sometimes when people develop and they're supposed to be role models, like take for example myself, I've moved out of the township and I don't regret that. I am not gonna boast by staying in a township, a place where it's clustered and it is deliberately done like that by the Apartheid system. If you're clustered, you can't develop. You know what I mean? Where is growth? For me personally, that's what it is, right? My role model was a criminal. School was not my favorite thing. So it was gonna be rare that I get a role model from school, because ngibaleke ku grade 11 mina ngadla phansi and in no time benginekari ngishiya amathiza amaningi angena nezikari bese nginekari bese ngishaya ama-sexin ama-brain hood like you know what I mean so my role model became a guy bekacheka next door nasedladleni those years bekahamba ngeDodge Monaco i6 mabona sizibiza ama6 mabona ihlala shine yabona mina ngifuna ukufana nale yaRockman so you can't deny yourself growth when you are scared of being accused ukuthi maybe you're not giving back to the township where you grew up. I've done a lot of empowerment already. Lokshin Pascop empowered a lot of people, a lot of actors. They're in the soapies and stuff like that. But most importantly, what I've done is I formed a foundation so that I can be able to help more, so that I can be able to access funds, because there are things that you can't be able to do from your pocket. You know, right now I'm involved with some group, Fisher. They are trying to do arts and what have you. So there's a lady I know who's part of it. So they got I am the one who volunteered, and I said, look, involve me there on that thing. Let's take whatever you guys are doing there to the next level. Arts, it's my thing. You know what I mean? So giving back, naturally, it's my thing. It's my thing. I don't know whether it's the royal blood in my system or what. But giving back and giving. I mean, I give my last to the person who needs it more. I've done it many times. And give to someone who needs it more. So it's just my nature. That's how I am.
The question?
Also, looking back at your young self, when you started in the industry, knowing that the industry is not really sustainable, when you start, because it's really hard to encourage yourself to actually move forward into it, what encouraged you to stay? What was your staying power? What made you not look for, besides the fact that okay, I'll stay in the industry, even though it's not that sustainable. What made you stay? What gave you the courage? What felt you? No matter what, no matter how many jobs I do a year, I'm still going.
You know, there's something in life that one needs to possess. Passion. You know, when you love something, you're not gonna think about, I don't know where this person, there's a perception this industry is not sustainable. It's not true. It depends on what you want. Let me make an example. There are people who prefer to be employed. Once you seek employment, the business might not go well. Retrenched, not sustainable. It's the same thing in the filming industry. You might be fired, it depends on what you do to yourself. Say normal work. If you not asset yourself, you're not an asset, you will be the first to be retrenched. So for me, because of the passion that I have for this thing, I never think of failure. I'm not afraid to fail. Fail makes me better for tomorrow. It depends where you place yourself as well. You must look at the current times. What is happening? We are on the 4th industrial revolution. People say, when the 4th industrial revolution starts, 4th industrial revolution started, internet, shy post office, flat. So there's a lot of things. The bank is in danger. There's crypto right now. And the guy understand in SABC, but the crypto is the future. A bank charges you for putting in your money. A bank charges you for your money sitting there. A bank charges you for withdrawing your money. Crypto is something totally different. Your money is safe. Nobody can touch it. The only danger in crypto is your password should never be forgotten. You forget that password, your money is in that cloud forever. Nobody can even touch it. So it's fear that kills people. Do not fear failure. Accept failure as a lesson. Place yourself in better position. Always be current. I just spoke about what AfroRev is. It's an online television. Like, how many people are still capable to sit in the lounge for 30 minutes watching your movie? But if you are online, it's easy to get a lot of eyeballs. People are stuck at home affairs with you. Oh, you want to book a share, wenzani. Yini lo bhekile. Hey, ile nto lena. Outing bo. You know, you place yourself. You don't just put your things up there. You need to market them. What is the marketing plan that you have? Like, I might not disclose it now because I don't want to be copied yet. I have a system how I'm going to market my TV station when it starts. And it's going to even encourage people to want to be part of that. So that's what sustained me in the industry. You know what I mean? In so many years that I've been in the industry, and even more so as a director, there's so many directors that are available. You know what I mean? Because the other thing is, as I mentioned earlier, make yourself an asset. You know, do the best you can. Give it your best, then you can sustain. You know? So if you're still dependent on employment, uzofola 350. Can you imagine the people who are 350? Now mawutshela omunye 810 uzohola and ngisazohola ngalo muntu otshelwe uwe na uzohola ngalo. Lezi zinto zikhona, they exist. But people are sitting like this, employment. Ziningi those things. The question is passion. Passion can sustain you in everything. Forget fear. Fear will destroy you. And I also believe that, you know, the evil resides on your first step. Because if you can take the first step, the second step is easy. It's easy. As they say, 1,000 miles begin with your first step. So the evil will make sure that you have fear, you have doubt, all those things. And you'll never get to start something. Passion.
So it is with passion. What advice you
Is it satisfactory?
Sure. So if advice on like my young upcoming directors who are still there, still doing it, but maybe one man, what advice would say? What can you say to them?
Your question goes back to dependency. You guys are sitting here in front of me. You've brought your own equipment. You brought your everything. From who do you expect that break? You see, when you ask for help, that person who's helping you, that time is spent on you. Their time is suspended. They have to sacrifice their life and pay attention to you. Ask help when you already have something so that you can be helped with what you have. Try to create your own things. Forget employment. Yes. No, forget employment. Man. You know, I mean, the current statistics are shocking. They're shocking because everybody is sitting. Everybody is shouting government. Who is government? The government is tatapi, man. Because that's the money that comes from us. When we buy, there's tax, there's all of that. that money comes in that way. And then in a food, you're exhausting the same money because Nizoti in a problem no telco. Abraham Fisher. I mean telco. In a problem ne Escom. Abraham Fisher. I need a Escom. Best part of Escom background, they're having a good life. You are banning and destroying things. Abraham Fisher. Laba baspanayo abakhona ukubesipani nibavalele. Most of them no work no pay. What happens is magahola imali yakhe less ubhatala less tax. And ekhona lento enizidemandayo nifuna le mali ephuma ku government. Ngoba ugovernment unebhank angazi Standard Bank, FNB, well, blah blah blah, they don't belong to the government. You know what I mean? Kusamele kubuywe kuzospaniswa le mali kuzolungisa la umeshe khona. Le rubbish enivale ngayo estradeni mina kubhadalwe kuze abantu bazoyisusa ngoba nisayiclean. Sekunemigodi abantu beyikari basafara ama potholes. What people are doing right now, when it was done in 76, yes, it was intended to make the country ungovernable. Now, Nina, you are making your own country ungovernable when you have opportunities to go and nominate and choose people who are going to be able to serve you better. You see, it's focus. Focus, be creative. Bala man. Then is a game again. It's simpler to help people like that. Let's forget the mentality of seeking employment. Let's create employment. Let's empower ourselves. Let us collaborate. And you see, the other problem that exists isn't to scala somewhere, but the youth will expect money now. Build up and make your millions later. Let's say all of us here, we don't have money and we want to shoot a movie, but we have equipment. Why can't we collaborate and be partners and all have shares in that movie based on our contribution? We shoot a movie. The actors we have a share. The crew has its share. It goes. What if it makes $1 billion? And then you split amongst yourself. You have the human resource. You have your own equipment. Why don't you invest on yourself and start? You're looking for opportunities. I must advise people what you should do if you don't get a break. If you haven't gotten a break yet, start to be creative. Come to people like us when you already have something in your hand, and then you can take it from there. It doesn't matter how much mistakes you do. You learn from the mistakes.
That's deep.
But that's the mentality. Njengokuthi umuntu angawenza mistake. Mentality sesikoleni akumelanga wenze mistake. Wenza mistake uyafail. So umuntu uphethe that thing ukuthi akumelanga fail. So uzoza kuwe ngesikhathi sakhe umbonisa ama mistake then uzojika athi ayi shoot angabi good enough. Hamba uhlale endlini.
That question is answered. What do I want to be remembered as? It actually never bothers me. What matters to me right now, as I said, I've empowered a lot of people. Seeing them doing well gives me the biggest satisfaction. That's what I'm all about. I want to tell stories that influence people, that people can learn from. Once I can achieve that, it's done. How they remember me, I don't care, I'll be dead. So it means nothing to me. What matters is what I give now.
No.
When I'm dead, that is, I don't care. You choose how you want to remember me when I'm dead. What have I done for you? How did I influence you when you were there seeing me? How did I inspire you when I was alive? That's what matters to me. Beyond that, it will be based on how did you experience me. That's how you gonna remember me. I cannot control your brain on how you gonna remember me. You see, that question maybe it is better for abantu abayeske. But for me, that's a question that locks you on a box still. You know what I mean? I want to be remembered, but you don't have control over it. Why do you wish for things you don't have control over? So therefore, for me, it doesn't work. It's for academic people. Abantu baseskela. Iskela siyakubala. That's why nifuna umsebenzi. That's what you were trained to do. Funa umsebenzi. Mina I'm great in great level.
Thank you for your time. Siyabonga bafethu. Abambani lapha nolona no register ku Afro
Afro Rap Network.
Ambani bafethu. Siyabonga bafethu.
Sibonga mehlweni supportani. Sibonga mehlweni supportani. Yabona manje uthatha izinto zama-legendary. Lento yakuyokhatha yokuqala. Yabo ngisazogelezisa yini? Shap Mfethu, Shap Mnandi, Shap Mzazi, Shap the world.
Siyabonga.